On the 15th of September 2023, Wakefield Trinity lost 20 points to 19 against the Lee Leopards, a result which consigned them to relegation, ending their 24-year run in the Super League. 6 months on, they're preparing to start the new season in the Championship, which kicks off in a few days' time here against the Bradford Bulls. 2023 was meant to be a historic year for Wakefield Trinity. It was meant to be the year where the club celebrated its 150th anniversary. Now, there's not many sporting institutions that have survived 150 years. There's not many institutions, period, which have survived 150 years. Yet here, Wakefield were ready to celebrate a historic year. Trinity's 24th consecutive season in Super League did get off to an optimistic start, a 38 points to 24 defeat against a strong Catalan's Dragons side. However, things quickly deteriorated. Any optimism from that first game quickly wore off as the club went on to lose their next 3 games, all of them to 0, including a 60 points to nothing defeat against Wigan Warriors. Trinity went on to lose 14 Super League games before finally making a breakthrough against Leeds Rhinos on the 11th of June. Momentum and confidence began to build in the Wakefield camp, and just 2 weeks later they had another win, this time against Salford. Just days after their second win of the season came a third, but this time it was a special one. Wakefield avenged their 60 points to nothing defeat to Wigan by beating the Warriors 27 points to 26 in Golden Point extra time to pick up their 3rd win of the season. Wakefield's resurgence continued, and on the 30th of July, they picked up an stunning 42 points to 6 win against the Warrington Wolves. This was not just Wakefield's 4th win in 6 games, but it was also the result which consigned Darryl Powell, at the time the coach of Warrington, to an early exit. Powell left the job, but more on him later. Trinity was still bottom of the table, but they were now level on points with Castleford Tigers, and with just 7 games to go until the end of the season, fans started to believe that survival was now on the cards. Wakefield's dreams of survival quickly turned into the nightmare of relegation as Wakefield lost all of their remaining games and sealed their spot in the Championship for 2024. While relegation is normally considered a negative, a bad thing for a club or any sporting organisation, there is this feeling that perhaps relegation may do Wakefield good heading into the near future.
And ever since I've supported Wakefield, we start off second or third favourites for relegation, normally after the team that come up. Obviously the league come up strong, so we were the favourites for relegation last year. It'd be nice to do things like win our favourites to go straight back. It'd be nice to do things like little personal challenges. You go, we lost the first 12 of last year, can we do something special like reverse that this year and win the first 12?
Because despite relegation, there's a new coach, as you mentioned, high quality coach Darryl Powell, obviously, who took Castleford to the grand final, and new players as well, and a new owner. You've got a new stand. It just feels like a reset, doesn't it?
It does, yeah, everything all together, and I think this is what's galvanised the supporters. Darryl, as I say, has brought Danny Kermond in, who is Mr. Wakefield Trinity anyhow. Danny, people who know, played for Wakefield Trinity. He was a superb leader. He's brought Danny in, and I think Danny will give inspiration to the new lads. Yeah.
The club got relegated, and they sold 5,000 season tickets. They've got a new stand. It just feels a bit like a reset, doesn't it?
It does feel like a reset. I think Wakefield, they needed this. All that time spent in the Super League, they were just focused on survival. And that's not a really good mindset to have if you're trying to grow the club. If you're trying to grow the club, I think it was better for the relegation, reset, get some wind under the wings, under the sails, then just get the ball rolling again.
Last October, local businessman Matt Ellis took over as the new owner of the club and quickly began rebuilding. New players came into the squad, and the man entrusted to put the new team together was the one and only Darryl Powell, who just a few months ago was sacked after a defeat to none other than Wakefield Trinity.
Despite getting relegated in 2023, the club have sold over 5,000 season tickets for this championship season. They've got a new team, they've got a new coach, and after many, many years, there is fresh hope and excitement once again around Wakefield Trinity. How come the city of Wakefield have galvanised around this club, despite it being relegated, 5,000 season tickets sold? Why do you think that's happened?
Well, I mean, the problem is supporters were used to Wakefield Trinity losing last year. Expectations are high that they're going to win because they are now playing lower teams. They've got a superb coach, a coach that I think is the best in the league anyhow. He coached Castleford, they were playing brilliant football. He's now passed it on to Wakefield Trinity, who are now playing superb rugby.
Did you ever imagine that sort of response from the Wakefield faithful?
No, me and Daz in the club shop, we were a little bit like, we'll go for 2,500. Then he started like next day. It was, it's going well. Let's go for 3, and then it just keeps going. I didn't think we'd get to 5. They need the ambition to come back. You know what I mean? I've been there where I've had little times where if you don't feel the club's going in the right direction, you're not going to the games enthused. So if you always feel like, I suppose, the guy at the top and the club has got the ambition, you're always going to want to go for it.
Are they going to win the championship?
Definitely, 100%. Who else is there? Who else is going to win the championship? Bradford, no chance, mate.
Featherstone? Featherstone, no.
No, Featherstone, no chance. Halifax, easy. Who else? What, Dewsbury? Are they even still in there? There's no chance, mate.
Dewsbury are in there, yeah.
Oh, they're getting smashed, mate. Easy. Wakefield.
The season opener against Bradford is confirmed to be a sellout, and it's not just good news for Wakefield, but good news for rugby league as a sport which is trying to regain its prominence in the sporting market. Whether 2024 ends up being a success for Wakefield or not, it remains to be seen. But one thing's for sure, last year Wakefield fans spent the entire campaign worrying about the worst. In 2024, it seems like everybody is dreaming of the best, dreaming of success, something which has not been talked about around this club for some time.